As you've rightly characterized the situation, I think these are lofty goals, and we hope we are not going to aspire to these goals, that we are going to take concrete action at the state and the international levels to make sure that we achieve them. But of course, we've been confronted with new emerging and evolving challenges. Of course, we have gone through COVID, but the lingering effects still are with us. We now have multiple crises, of course, Ukraine and so many other things. And then climate action we must undertake now. These are distractions. I think what we have done in Sierra Leone, let's say for instance, education, which we think it's so important for the human being in the 21st century. In the face of all of these distractions and pressures and crises, we have kept a steady progress as far as education is concerned. We committed ourselves to it. We have, before I came into leadership, there was no access for a lot of people. Now we have declared free access for everybody, so that every child in Sierra Leone goes to school. And when we say every child, we have even adopted a policy called radical inclusion. Irrespective of where you are, who you are, political persuasions, or what, we have removed all barriers to make sure. This was done during COVID. And even when COVID was at its peak, we made sure that we kept on the schools. We improvised, and we also custom-made our own lockdowns to make sure that we did not disrupt schools. Examinations, transition examinations took place. So I think commitment at the national level should be matched with commitment at the international level. The big polluters, for instance, let's say for climate change, must commit genuinely to changing their ways, or to helping also us get access to the finances that we need to do the transition, the energy transition that we need to. Quite a lot is at stake, and I think it takes more than just grand declarations and commitments at all of these meetings, but really genuine commitment to changing the fate of this world in which we live today.
Right. As you point out, the big polluters have made commitments. I mean, they promised $100 billion just a few years ago as part of the effort to combat climate change, but that hasn't materialized.
I've not seen a cent of that. And this is what I'm saying, that it's not just the declarations, it's actually about making sure that we are among the 20 most vulnerable nations to the effects of climate change. We have rainforests, and we need our people to preserve that. But they also live in those forests, and they need livelihoods. If we cannot provide alternative livelihoods for these people, they are going to definitely fall on their environment for wood, for other things. And this is how we are losing the green cover very quickly. So we are saying we need some support. In terms of mitigation and adaptation, these are all things that don't go without the necessary capital. And we are struggling with economic development. Inflation is hitting hard in the wake of COVID-19, the crises, the multiple crises, and so many other things. So in this sort of situation, we definitely need support, and that is not forthcoming.